Alright, you lot, welcome back. You'll remember that at the end of last week, there was a reveal, a surprise reveal, because someone did a potato cam reveal of a box for a new Orc Warboss, and so Games Workshop had to throw something out on the Warhammer community site to, well, not allay suspicion, but just outright say, yes, this is real. And in that article, they said this: Warbosses rarely come alone. This might not be the only new Orc on the way, so you will definitely want to check back on Monday. Now, I'm not going to lie, I thought what that meant was we would 100% be getting a big tasty reveal on Monday, and so, kind of, sort of, yes, kind of, a bit. We've got teasers. I'm not going to lie, I had hyped myself up for, I don't even know what, and this is the stupid thing. I was like, oh hell yeah, more Orc stuff, I can't wait to see whatever the Orc stuff is, without having any clues to what it might actually be, and yet I'd managed to convince myself that it was definitely going to be a full model, even though they do like doing these teasers, and I feel like we're going to see even more of these going forward. I mean, they did it for the Iron Warriors stuff, so it kind of makes sense that they do it for the Orcs, but for some reason I wasn't expecting them to do it for the Orcs, and yet that is exactly what they've done. They've put a few little pieces up for us to take a look at and take our best guesses as to what's going on. So you know what? We're going to do it. They've asked for it. We're going to do it. Sneak peek. New Orc bits sighted. I'm just going to say it, a Grot is not a bit, but okay. Also, technically, what they say here, back then we promised more Orky goodness for you this week, and we meant it. They did technically just promise more Orky stuff, which is exactly what we've got. It might not be exactly what I wanted, but it is what they promised. So, we've got one deeply concerned Grot, which, again, I think it's a bit mean, describing a Grot as a bit for an Orc. But, it is interesting trying to work out what that Grot is attached to. Because he's attached to something, for sure. Is that a big wrench on the Grot's back? Is that what's going on there? I feel like it could be some sort of, like, tool of some kind, but it's hard to make out what. At first I thought he was on a bike. Like, I thought the Grot was riding the bike, and I was like, are we going to get Grot bikers? Because honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that. That would be pretty cool. But I think actually, if he is on a bike, he's sitting side saddle, which is unlikely. Definitely holding on for dear life to something. But he's like twisted. So his upper body is facing forward, but his legs are kind of in a wide stance to the side of the body. It almost does look like there's some sort of suspension component or something there, but I don't think that's what that is. It kind of looks like it's attached to, like the Grot is attached to some sort of vehicle, or maybe just a massive artillery piece or something, but is in some way supposed to be controlling it. It's just very difficult to work out what the thing the Grot is controlling could even possibly be. Also, that sort of armour thing that the Grot's wearing, it looks like there's a couple of big tubes on it. Or is there? Is that in fact not connected to the Grot, but it's just part of the machinery behind the Grot, and it kind of looks a little bit like it's connected to the Grot? Because if it is connected to the Grot, it's almost like there's something sticking out the bottom of it as well, attaching said Grot to whatever this bit of machinery is. But I don't know. That's both a helpful and monumentally unhelpful image, because without having any clear idea as to what's going on either side of this lad, I've just got nothing. Although actually, I've just realised, I don't think that is a wrench or something on the Grot's back. There's like a hook that is attached to it. So is the Grot attached to a hook so that he can get swung round on something? Is that what's going on there? But then how would that even relate to what he's standing on? Alright, that is, I mean, I want to know what it is. They've successfully made me desperately want to know what the hell is going on, because I can't really pass what I'm looking at. And now that's just made me really want to see what it is. So, I mean, good job on that. You've definitely got me interested, because, sure, I mean, is he swinging himself at things? Is he being swung at things? Is the thing he's holding on to something that swings him around? Does that even make sense? We don't know. But, yeah, he does look concerned. And now I'm concerned as well. We've also got a powerklaw. I mean, that's just, a huge powerklaw that could be attached to anything, really. It could be attached to like a bigger, what are they called? Oh no, I've forgotten the name of them. The big mechs, the massive ones. Not the Death Dread, the bigger one than that. The Mecha Dread, that's it. Well, no, I don't know whether that would be that, actually. That looks very relatively clean. I think the Mecha Dread was a lot more ropey looking when it came to the weapons. Solid kit, by the way. Absolutely quality kit. Loved the Mecha Dread. I don't know, it could be attached to some sort of big stompy robot thing, or it could be attached to just a big stompy orc. It could be literally anything. We've got no idea as to the scale. Now, if this is all one model, then yeah, maybe it is a new dread of some kind, and it would be this lad that is on the outside of it, trying to repair it as it goes, perhaps. Like, that is a possibility for sure. And that would make sense with the powerklaw, but yeah, there's not a huge amount to go on there, is there? Now, this makes it a bit more interesting, because this does suggest that it's more something mechanical, because you've got a big armoured section at the back of the gun. You've also got some trophy stuff as well. It looks like there's some bone and some teeth going on the underside. I don't think that's just how it's painted. That definitely looks like actual sculpted, like, tooth material. So that's interesting. Oh, could it be a beast snagger thing? Maybe? And also, if that's pointing straight out, is that part of a larger arm, or is that just sticking out the front of a vehicle? Because it could be either. In fact, could be either. With the targeting reticule on top, for some reason it feels like it could be aircrafty, but then does that make sense with the rest of the stuff that's going on behind it? Oh, I don't know. That's interesting, though. The thing that I'm liking most about that, and is the most intriguing, is that bit of, like, jawbone or whatever that's going on to the side of the gun, like the underside. That makes it like we could have something with a bunch of crazy trophies on it, which would be quite fun, you know. The gun itself I quite like the look of, but then, you know, it's just a big Gatling cannon, so of course it's going to look cool. But it's the armor, it's the shape of the armor, like the sort of jagged tooth-like thing they've gone for that is at the back of the weapon. Oh, this is driving me up the wall. I feel like when it came to the Iron Warrior stuff, at least, most of it was relatively clear. Like, I would think we got good guesses out of all of it, of like, well, that makes most sense next to that, etc., etc. When it comes to things like the new Defiler, just being able to fully commit to what that was going to look like before we got a proper glimpse of it, just through looking at a couple of images through those teasers, I mean, absolutely nailed that. We got that spot on. It was dead on. This is a lot more vague. And I'm looking at it and wondering, like, what is it in the orc range that might want to be replaced for a start? Like, does the Death Dread need to be replaced, for instance? I don't know necessarily that it does, but if they did, would either of these work for that? Or would that be quite a significant shift away from what we've got at the moment? Especially this lad. This lad, I demand more information. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait. We're just going to have to wait for more information. They've said themselves, we'll be back next week with an even bigger reveal. The bigger reveal will undoubtedly be whatever these three, or like two of these three things are connected to, but of course we won't know until next Monday. I do want to know, though. It's worked. I actively want to know what's going on. But I wanted to know that now. So, what a daft thing to complain about. Anyway, let me know what your best guesses are in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all of the things. There's also more stuff been shown off. There's like new battle forces, a new combat patrol. There's the Fellblade, I think, as well. But I don't have time to do that video right now because I'm about to go and record a bunch of acceptable losses stuff. So instead, you're going to have to do your best guesses for this, and then we'll cover the other stuff tomorrow. It's not like it's going anywhere, is it? Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you for the next one.